Oh my god, why is that what a picture of ramen? Wolf's Reign, The New Paradise, written by, actually, we're censoring their name, Protection of the Innocent.
Age in this chapter is a cross between dog and human years. What? I don't really know how to say how old they are. Pick a number.
You can say words like late teens.
You can say words like 4 and 7.
In human years, that's illegal.
Alright, we're off to a really good start.
Okay. Chapter
Right.
of I. Prologue. Thinking. Talking. Wolf talking. Age in this chapter is a cross between dog and
I
human
just
years.
read that!
I am reading it now.
Clouds of mist that cover enormous rocks that gut out of the soft earth.
These rocks are large enough for a full-grown adult to lay flat on and still have room for a 5-year-old child to lie down.
Why is that so specific? There came a strange howl from outside. Mom was watching us play. Okay, it cannot count if you make me laugh. Because
The us.
Mom was watching us play, and when she heard that howl, she bolted from the den. She told us to follow, but to stay near the entrance. We did as we were told and watched what was happening.
That's consistent. The black wolf sat down.
Oh my
and
fucking
said,
god.
I'm gonna give him the Jord voice. My name is Demon, and this is my pack. Which he indicated with a paw. As for
paw?
business, we would like to take over your territory, and we will do it now.
This is boring. Do you want to finish this?
Where's the smut?
I think it's just M for violence.
It's not even that violent.
It's not.
Boo.
Boo. Failure.
Leather
Alright.
Boy wasn't even in here.
No, he wasn't.
Dilemma.
Oh my god, you sound so bad now. I hate it.
Yeah, you sound like you're talking to me through a toilet paper tube.
Ugh.
But Discord gots the blips.
It do.
It too. Are we reading... Which one are we reading? First Touch, the Yoe, or are we reading School?
The Yoe.
School is not always hell, the lemon.
My back hurts a lot. Let me put a pillow underneath me.
It's from all the woofs.
It's from all the woofs. Oh, it's better.
So, listen, anytime Leather Boy speaks, that is me.
Okay.
I claim Leather Boy.
Are you gonna give him the Jord voice?
No, I'll give him a voice.
Give him Leather Boy's voice.
What is Leather? I don't even know what Leather Boy sounds like.
He sounds angry and gruff.
My name is Leather Boy.
My name is Rat Tail.
Rat Tail.
Oh, Rat Tail. I sold my nose for crop tops.
I only buy crop tops.
Okay, well that's his voice now.
My name is Leather Boy. So if you read this one, I'll read the next one.
Alright, you want me to narrate?
Yeah, you be narrate. I'll be Leather Boy.
Okay, what about the other characters?
We'll pick them as we come.
Well, if I'm narrating, I feel like it's
I can't
fair.
do all the voices, but I'll do a lot of the voices. You have to be Toby.
I have to. Okay, what voice do you want for Toby?
A little girl's.
A little girl's voice? Are you sure this is what you want?
That sounds like Toby to me.
Harder, Leather Boy.
You said that with like a slight southern accent.
Do you like this? Is this what you want? Is this what you had in mind?
I hate it. It's perfect.
This is better be in the video. Alright, first and foremost, disclaimer, I do not own the characters of Wolf Rain. but I do own the story, lol.
Just wolf reign. Not. It doesn't belong to the wolves.
Yeah,
It is the reign of wolves. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Summary. The pack goes to school for some reason.
You know.
Kiba and Tsume are the bad boys of their
Letter
school.
boy.
And no one dares walks in their path. But when two brothers, Tobo and Hige, they are not brothers.
Yes, they are. They're both
Let
Chucky.
me. Okay. Tobo and Hige? Hige? I don't know how to say his name actually.
Hige.
Hige?
No, but yes. Hige.
Tobo and Weege
Weege.
join the school. Then boys talk interest in the said brothers. Sparks fly and emotions run wild. What will happen in the end period? Warning, boy and boy, lemon and swearing. So if you don't like, then don't read.
Don't tend to read.
Yowie, ampersand, lemon.
Oh my god.
Chapter 1.
I love it already.
Me too, oh boy. It was another Monday morning at oh my god, I hate it.
I love it.
Shiza High School. Home of the wild jocks and territory of the smartest students.
I'm checking out.
Kiba they gave him a last name. All right.
Inoue?
I don't care. Was walking along with his child. Kiba Inuyasha was walking along with his childhood friend and cousin. Tsume. Kiba was dressed in his usual attire, a black leather jacket with matching black pants. His neatly groomed hair was dazzling, leaving all the girl, singular, behind him.
All that one girl.
By the lock, whispering lustful gossip. Under his jacket, he wore a black tank top, which showed off his nicely curved muscles, with his black Adidas shoe. That's a sentence just by itself. With his black Adidas shoe. Just the one. Anyone would think he was a emo, but that was not the case. Sure? Kiba, 19 years old, was the most popular to most girls and some boys at their school. He was known as Demon Wolf because he tore a guy's throat for looking too hard at him. Are you sure? Okay, Tsume, also 19 years old, was a case no one could understand. He wore a similar outfit to Kiba, but had on spiked boots and wore no tank top.
A crop top.
Instead, his jacket was zipped up and his pants' kneecaps were slit in horizontal lines.
I love it.
He was just as sexy as Kiba, but no one, not even girls, opened up verbal or physically to him. They stayed a far distance from Tsume because he had an aura around him like death. Okay. I mean, that's what I strive for in life.
I try to imitate Leather Boy.
Neither sex approach him because of the fear of losing their lives.
Oh my god, what kind of school is this?
They called Tsume the Shinigami because his aura was only scary enough to scare the most positive and cheerful person away. This is very disappointing.
I need to get my protagonist voice ready. Tsume, I heard that there are new students coming.
Kiba announced unexpectedly.
Is that Leather Boy?
Yes.
Oh god, I don't remember the voice we gave him. It was like Jord, but worse. Gravelly, and how did you come across this news? By the way, why are you telling me this when I obviously don't care about whoever the students are?
Tsume answered without looking at Kiba. Kiba just shrugged and continued walking. They exited the school building and walked out under a tree because they were early and school did not start for 1 more hour. What kind of bad boys are you?
We always arrive to school at least 1 hour in advance so we're not late.
Right. Oh god, Tsume and Tobo, oh.
Excuse me?
Okay, alright.
What just happened?
I don't know.
Who's talking now? Is that Chucky?
That is, what's his name?
Chucky?
That's, Toby.
Toby, you're Toby. You're
right.
You gotta do Toby voice.
I'm trying to figure out how the fuck.
Yes.
Get up, you're going to be late for your first day of school. Weege, come on, we have to go to school.
Oh.
A boy with feminine looks and a female-structured body yelled from the kitchen of the Luigi household. Toby, a 17-year-old, tried hopelessly to get his lazy-ass 18-year-old brother, Weege, out of bed.
Weege Luigi.
But failed miserably. Weege, you're going to miss breakfast. There will be no more bacon left, Toby exclaimed. In 3 minutes, Weege was down the stairs, hair brushed and ready for school,
That
looking
says
around
red for
bacon.
school.
Yeah, it does. It does say red for school.
Looking around for bacon.
I'm up. There's bacon. I'm up. Weege said, while Toby was not surprised by the fast mood, just laughed and handed him his bag, lunch, and a carry-away container filled with bacons, eggs, plantain, and bread. He handed him the fork and a box of orange juice.
What's the fork for? Oh, I guess
Come on,
egg.
you can eat while we walk to school. I already ate, Toby said, sounding too much like a mother for his own good.
Also a 5-year-old girl.
They were out the door in identical dressing.
Ew.
Ranch. They both were wearing a brownish red jacket and a white shirt beneath and a brown army-like pant.
Cargo shorts is what you're looking for, friend.
But was cut, yeah? As they walked for 30 minutes, they came upon the school and entered the gates. As soon as they stepped into the hallway, the boys were met face to face with the teacher, Mr. Wheeler. Really?
Mr. Wheeler! Is that the real teacher from school? The authors?
Oh, there's no lemons.
I'll be the teacher, though. Alright, he's gonna be British.
Okay.
Welcome, boys, to our lovely school. If you two will follow me. Wrong two. You're failing school. I will be your guide and give you your schedules.
The teacher said with too much vigor.
Vigor?
Boys looked at the man and they shrugged. While they were walking, everyone moved to the side as if parting like a crap. I mean, yeah.
That's what crowds do.
Toby did not think anything of it because he was too naive. But Weege found it weird because everyone was whispering. After Mr. Wheeler...
His name is a proper noun.
Finished showing them around, they were heading to their first class, English, even though this is... Russia?
Russia?
As soon as they stepped in, they introduced themselves and began class. When the class was finished, Toby and Weege met up under a tree, and sat down eating their lunch, but was disturbed when they heard a low growl and saw people gathering around Too Tall Boy.
Too Tall Boy! He's too tall high.
He's a too tall boy. To be continued, fucking liar.
Lies. This was written
guys.
like 10 years ago.
Hey guys, you have to tell me about this one. I kinda did some change up in this story about.
Oh.
Remember, if you are going to flame, make sure you have ideas.
Chicha.
Chicha.
This is First Touch. By name and address withheld. Yeah, okay. It's a Sume Toby Yoe.
Yoe.
Okay. Please review or there will be no more. Thank you all for the reviews. Sorry I haven't written anything new. Time has been escaping me. Again, review and send suggestions. Toby Sumi 3. 3? The road was hard on the pup, though he'd never admit it. The only thing that kept him with the pack was Sume.
Wait, hold on. Where
reading.
The fuck are you?
I'm at the beginning.
What story is this?
It's First Touch.
First Touch? I don't have that open.
Well, which one do you want me to read then? Which do you have open?
Okay, go ahead.
You got it?
Yeah.
You slacker?
I'm sorry, I thought we were reading something different.
Which one did you think you were wrong?
I don't know, I closed it.
Not paradise, no. His idea of a paradise would be the city with his friends or with Sume.
That'll never happen. Sume only thinks of me as a pest.
Toby thought, shaking his head trying to get back on track.
Okay, back on target.
thought Toby.
All I have to do is wait by the train tracks and wait for Sume to come get me.
Sume had run off to find the pup something to eat to stop his whining. The rest of the pack was leagues ahead. Sume chose to stay behind. He knew the way. Nini, you're not Toby, Nini.
You're not Toby. What is taking you, my Sume?
Toby sighed, picking up a rock and tossing it along the tracks. It clanked across the rusted bars. You're Sume! Please. Oh, it hurts my throat. Sume smirked, holding a small deer on his shoulder. Is there something you're not telling me, Runt? Sume jumped off the ledge. He was walking next to the shocked Toby.
What I meant is,
Toby stuttered, taking a step back from shock.
You enjoy this?
It's so good. Yeah, sure. Follow me, Runt. I found a spot for us to eat. There's no end quotes. He's talking forever.
Yes, Sume.
Please. I thought I was your Sume.
My Sume.
Those words echoed in his head. Could Sume really feel the same way about him? A small little girl? No. No, he was just playing with me. Hurry up, you're falling behind! Sume shouted, running ahead, his kill dangling from his canines. I thought he was carrying it. Are they wolves now? The meal was awkward. Sume just stared at Toby the whole time. A look of deep seduction in his golden depths.
Whoa.
So when did I become yours, Toby? Sume smiled, moving closer to the Runt, knocking the bones of their meal down the hilltop on which they sat.
About that, I'm sorry. It's just...
Toby's heart sank. He ruined it. Sume was never going to feel the same way that Toby felt about him. His heart longed to feel his touch, longed to feel his lips on his own.
Wow!
He ruined it. Tears started to flow down Toby's cheeks. He couldn't help but sob. Shocked by Toby's tears, Sume got up and lifted Toby to his feet, giving him a soft hug.
Oh my god,
Runt. I just never thought you would say something like that.
I think the lemons are coming.
I think the lemons are coming. The lemons are here.
Oh my god, they sure are.
Christ almighty, you didn't have to read a single dirty word. Sume lifted Toby's chin up, gently kissing away his tears. Ew. I'm glad that now I don't have people who can hear me read these.
Except for everybody on the internet forever.
Well, that's different. They don't see me. They don't see my face in the shame of reading.
Shame.
Then claiming... What does this mean? I know what it means, but that's not... Okay, well... Then claiming Toby's mouth for his own. It just felt so right. It's like they were meant to be. Sume's lips fit perfectly against his own, except his mouth was giant and Toby's was very small.
And girlish.
Girlish. The kiss became more intimate as time passed. Sume cupped Toby's face in his large hand.
No punctuation.
No punctuation. Opening his mouth up for the tentative Toby to enter. What are those called? Alliteration. Tentative Toby to enter. To Sume's surprise, Toby was a lot rougher with his kisses. He always pictured Toby's love as a calm, gentle nature. The heat from their kiss made Sume's pants stretch to fit his erection.
I don't think leather does that.
Wow, he said these leather boys aren't holding up so good.
These leather boys.
This is your horrible line.
Are you ready for this fucking voice?
I'm gonna pee.
I can feel you, Sume.
Toby smiled, pressing himself up against Sume's wanting manhood.
Are you happy?
I hate it. Well, I'm glad this isn't completely one-sided. Sume smirked, grabbing Toby's hidden erection.
Like Waldo.
Hidden. Squeezing it gently through Toby's pants. A soft gasp escaped Toby's lips as Toby's knees gave out. Are they standing?
Oh my god, this is yours.
Oh no!
Oh yeah.
I thought it was you! Okay. Right.
Could you, if you want, I will read that for you in the Toby voice.
I am good enough to read this. Don't tell me you've never, well, masturbated.
Sweet Lord.
Oh, one day my children in the future, 20 years from now, are going to find this and just disown me.
thinking they're gonna move out one day. You're gonna wonder why.
Sume wondered. He never would have guessed for Toby to react like it frightened him a bit. Yet the tho of this innocent boy, and and he was gonna have fun with this one.
Well, actually, no.
I can't handle it. Toby gasped out as Sume began to undo his pants, letting the boy's erection stand out.
Stand out!
Ha! You are in for something new, then run, Helen Dress. Sume demanded as he began stripping his own clothes off, tossing them to the side. Toby's hands began to shake as he began working on taking his shirt off, unsure of how he should feel. Sume smirked at the boy, so unknowing at the pleasure he was about to receive. Sume kneeled low, his head to Toby's erection and taking the length of him in Sume's mouth. I'm reading this out loud with my mouth.
Yeah, you sure are.
Toby began panting, attempting to hold in the pleasurable gasps. Sume began to speed up, roughly sucking Toby's shaft. I hate myself. Letting his hand join in Sume squeezed Toby, moving his hand against the boy, his spit lubricating away.
Are you happy?
Yes, I hate it. Toby twitched with pleasure at the motion, grabbing Sume's shoulders for support, his whole body shaking with immense pleasure. You know what's going to be sad is there's going to be actual grown weirdos that, like, wank off to this just because it's girl voices.
Probably.
This might hurt at first run. Excuse me?
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Sume moaned, lifting his head from Toby's shaft and turning the runt to sit on all fours. Bet you love it! Sume smiled, using his...
Nice voice crack.
Thank you. It's the fear. Sume smiled, using his spit to lubricate his own thought. How do you do that?
Please.
You can't suck your own.
You can if you're talented.
Sume, Leather Boy's got it going on.
Leather Boy is talented.
Sume gently lined himself up with Toby's opening.
Listen, if you're gonna write smut, you can't take shortcuts. You have to say asshole.
Say the booty hole.
Say asshole.
Opening. Shaft. Member.
Cock.
Cock. With an H in there and an A.
I hate everything about this.
Sume leaned over to look at the runt's face. How? What is he? How? I don't understand how they're positioned. I'm confused.
Like Slender Man.
Oh, he just stretched his neck out like Mrs. Incredible.
Oh my god, I finally get to,
Face fully flustered with pleasure.
Yes.
Toby slipped out.
One word, and you fucking lost it.
I can't handle his voice. Then, ever so gently, Sume began to enter Toby, who tensed up upon the fleeting pain.
Oh my god, this is so good.
Okay. No, Toby, relax. I don't want to hurt you. It's okay. The worst part's over.
Jesus, awkward.
Toby tightening against him. Toby did as he was instructed as Sume was fully inside. Sume moaned out, letting the boy adjust. Man, was he good! Just the feeling of Toby's warmth almost made Sume come with delight. Sume spit in his hand and wrapped Toby's shaft in his hand while he was waiting for the boy to adjust. Slowly, Sume began to pump the boy, then growing rougher with the satisfaction making the boy moan.
Listen, I hate the word pump.
Pump. Crouch.
You know what else I hate? Seed.
I do, too. I feel you. That is no good word. Bad.
No good.
No good. Warm seed. Spilled out in Sume's hand, and that was all he could take. I'm about to sneeze. Sume grabbed the boy's slim waist and roughly pounded himself in and out of Toby. Finding a spot that made Toby come every time he hit it. That's not how boys work. It was just too much for you.
Yuck. Ew. Okay.
Over and over he pumped, growing closer to his end. Me began to moan out.
Me.
Then the climax... What?
Listen. I love it when somebody slips up and is like I or me in fanfic.
Oh my
like,
god,
yeah,
I know. Then the climax came, warm seed filling inside Toby, as Toby was sent over the edge again of the cliff.
Again?
Look,
That's
Toby's got it going on.
Boys,
they need
don't
a
do
recharge. Sume pulled himself free of Toby's opening, falling onto his back with pleasure and pulling the run with him. Excuse me?
Ugh.
Oh, they meant runt. I was like, what does that mean?
Still yours.
Yeah, okay, gosh. I don't know how long I've dreamt of that happening, but hell, it was so much better than I ever thought it was. What about you, runt? Sume panted, kissing Toby's head while wiping sweat from his own forehead. Then the other two were like, what's taking you guys so long? And then they saw him naked and were like, never mind.
You ready?
I'm trying to be.
It was amazing, Sume. I love you, really.
Toby shyly stated, turning to face his lover and plant a soft kiss on his lips. You know what, runt? I love you too. You're my runt. Sume smiled, hugging his prize close. The duo slept just like that, butt naked and filthy, on a dusty hill in each other's arms, the fire smacking against its firewood.
Really?
My Sume.
Toby stated in his sleep, stirring the sleeping Sume. Yes, and my Toby. Sume smiled, holding his runt closely. That's the end. Please review. I'm sorry it took so long, but I'm having issues with this computer. I didn't read over this one a million times like I did the old one, so hopefully it'll be just as good. Please tell me some other ideas you would have for another one, square that my computer doesn't recognize. Thanks to all.
Why are all lemons the same?
Yoe.
Why are they all exactly the same? There it is. We start over.
Okay.
Lost, then found by some
unfortunate soul.
Some poor unfortunate soul on fanfiction.net. Toby gets separated from the pack, and who finds him? ? Well, you'll have to read to find out. XD. Chapter 1. Toby's point of view. Great, I mumbled as I trudged through the undergrowth. Just great. Not only did I get separated from the others when we were out hunting, but now I'm lost. And to top it all off, for some reason, it looked like it was going to rain. I jumped when a flash of lightning lit up the sky.
Oh, please, no.
I grumbled as the first few drops of rain fell onto the forest floor. I could see no form of shelter anywhere nearby, and that caused a whine to escape my lips.
I hate getting wet.
Oh, do you ever stop whining? Gruff. Oh, no, it's, I'm not here anymore. I'm sorry.
Don't
Forgive
encroach.
me. Forgive me.
A gruff voice asked from behind me. I swung around to face the tanned man.
Leather boy.
I love a good tanned leather boy. Sume, I cried cheerfully and ran to hug the taller man, who sidestepped out of my way and grunted and irritated.
Don't even try, runt.
This person just figured out that semicolons exist, but they don't know how to use them yet.
Look, semicolons are for smart people and smart people only.
Yeah, and smart people don't live on fanfiction.net.
Sick burn to this person.
Thanks. I pouted unhappily. Tsume wasn't at all like Kiba or Weege, who let me hug them more or less whenever I wanted, and it made me a little sad that the person I liked wouldn't even let me near them. Tsume looked up at the dark rain clouds and scowled when some stray drops landed on his face.
Come on, we need to find shelter. Oh, there's still more. I think there was a cave or something back there.
He grumbled as he walked past me.
How do you know where you're going?
I asked as I followed him through the damp forest.
It all looks the same to me.
I looked around to prove my point, and Sume glanced at me over his shoulder.
I used my nose that I sold.
Crop tops.
Okay. Oh, dear.
I slumped my shoulders as I walked. Oh, I said unenthusiastically. I had the weakest nose of the group. Really?
Oh, dear.
This is actually the correct use of a semicolon. I had the weakest nose of the group, semicolon. It wasn't my fault I couldn't detect the small change in the air that signified some sort of shelter. I looked up to Tsume, wanting to ask him something, but he wasn't there. Again, semicolon, in the correct spot. I was alone again. Good job.
They're trying.
Tsume, I called worriedly, swinging around and searching the surrounding forest for a sign of movement. Tsume, where are you? I called again. A hint of hysteria in my voice that I just did not convey.
That was real hysterical.
Tsume, where are you?
There we go.
That's better.
And I was starting to worry that Tsume had decided to Eve me.
Behind you, run!
I spun quickly at the gruff voice, but smiled when I saw Tsume leant on the wall of a cave, hidden behind a thin cover of foliage. He raised an eyebrow at me, and I lowered my head when I felt my face heat up. A bolt of lightning split a tree in half,
okay.
and the suddenness of it scared a squeak out of me.
Oh.
A squeak of what? A little squeak out of me.
Just a little splish splash. Just a little bit.
I ran into the cave before I could embarrass myself any more than I already had.
I already wet my pants after all.
I already wet my pants a little bit. I curled up into a tiny ball in the furthest corner of the cave and rubbed my arms when I started shivering uncontrollably.
Oh God, it's so cold.
I thought as I hugged my knees to my chest. My teeth started chattering, and it was so loud in the empty space of the cave. It echoed off of the walls, and I could see that it was started to irritate Tsume, but the more I tried to stop it, the louder it got.
Do you have to do that?
Tsume grumbled from the mouth of the cave, and I felt my face flush again. I'm cold, I said defensively, and Tsume sighed heavily.
Think of something warm, then.
Ooh, he grumbled as he familiar faces worn
Listen,
out.
I don't think it's fair that you don't have to read the bad things.
I mean, I can read the bad
because
things.
That's coming in the next half.
It sure is. You just keep getting screwed, don't you?
God, I do. Just like the people in these fanfics.
He grumbled as he pulled his arms tighter around himself, and I sighed quietly before doing as he suggested. I imagined myself sitting by a warm fire, cuddled up to a warm person. The person was running their hands through my hair, and I sighed contentedly when they pressed a gentle kiss to the top of my head. I opened my eyes slowly and found that Tsume was staring at me intently. I tensed. What? I asked as I patted my wet hair self-consciously. He shrugged and walked over to my far corner, sitting near me with a light thud, and asked,
Warm it?
I nodded mutely.
Share with me?
He asked quietly, and I frowned at him. Share what? I asked, a little too defensively, and he shuffled closer to me.
The warmth.
He muttered, and I squeaked quietly when he wrapped his arm around my waist and pulled me into his chest. My skin tingled when he touched it. It was a pleasant feeling that grew more intense the longer he held me. Tsume? I asked, squirming slightly when he started his small butterfly kisses up to my jaw. He sniffed my neck.
That was true fear. Oh no.
What are you doing? I whimpered as he bit my earlobe, and then he nuzzled his nose into the space just below my ear, and I almost moaned in terror.
Something's driving me mad.
He murmured against my cheek, and then he laced his fingers in my hair. My eyes closed. What?
His hair's moist. It was raining.
My eyes closed
These
automatically.
authors don't use the term moist enough.
My eyes closed automatically against the calming effect his hand gave, and a moan that I couldn't stop escaped me.
I love you.
He whispered before kissing the corner of my mouth. My eyes opened wide at the intense words, my mind struggling to believe that the usually impassive man was showing this much emotion. My statement was cut off by Tsume's lightly chapped, ew! Dude!
Get the Blistex. Flakes of
slightly
skin came off in my mouth.
slightly chapped lips claiming my own. Before I could respond, you were doing well with the semicolons, but not anymore.
Listen, it's hard. They're hard.
I get they. Okay, they are. I groaned into the kiss, relishing in the taste of the other ew. And I wrapped my arms around his neck as Sume gently pushed me to the ground, not breaking the kiss, and laid his body atop mine. I felt I felt his erection nudging my hip, and I groaned softly at the realization that he did actually want me.
I hate my life. I see the word nipple down here, and I hate my life.
Please. I see the word chocolate. Very scared.
All right, Leather Boy's point of view. My time to shine.
Yes.
The cave was filled with Toby's scent, and it was slowly driving me mad. I have to burp. It beckoned me close. It beckoned me to close the distance between us. So I stood as far away from him as possible, but still that mouth-watering scent invaded my senses, and I couldn't stop myself from sitting next to him. It was like I was in a trance, and when I pulled him against me, his warmth seeped into my skin, semicolon. I had to taste him. His body writhed under me when I kissed. Why is there no dialogue? Is this just me the whole time? Is this just me being sad?
No. There's dialogue. It's down at the bottom.
His body writhed under me, and I kissed his pale skin in a moan that escaped his lips as I sucked on his nipple.
Whoa!
Which made my dick twitch in interest. Like,
I did not.
Do they do
Oh,
that?
that was happening.
I don't think they do that. You know, I'm not an expert, but
What?
I don't think dicks twitch in interest like a dog perking up at the scent of meat.
I mean, they twitch. I mean, they can, but
I guess I'm calling you out, author.
all right.
I shrugged out of my leather jacket. I'm a leather boy.
That I bought with my nose.
I bought with my nose, my crop top leather jacket, hurriedly, and gazed down at Toby, who was panting heavily and staring up at me with glazed eyes. Is he okay?
It's a zombie. Toby!
Toby! Moaned restlessly, sat up slightly, and licked my scar?
Ew!
His tongue left a searing trail in its wake. I couldn't help but groan. I pulled him onto my lap and crashed my mouth against his owl. I licked his bottom lip, asking for entrance, and he opened his mouth willingly. My tongue danced with his.
At least they didn't say battled.
Battled for dominance. A sensual sort of tango, and he gasped when I nipped his lip sharply, but it turned into a moan when I soothed it with my tongue. I hate it. He was panting as I pulled away, and I felt a tinge of possessiveness shoot through me. I stared into his lust-filled baby child eyes for a moment before I started to slowly undress him. I stopped only when he was sitting in my lap in his boxers.
He doesn't seem like the boxer's kind of boy.
He seems like a tidy-whitey diaper boy.
He seems like...
I turned my attention back to his neck, sucking, licking, and biting, encouraged by the breathless moans escaping his kiss-swollen lips. What are you doing to this boy?
What are you doing, this little baby boy?
This little baby boy.
This little baby boy.
I left. Sume, what are you doing?
Sume, please. I left large. You're making me talk in Toby's voice. I left a large mark on his neck, my mark, in a place where it could be seen by everyone. And then their friends questioned us about it, and it was weird. And then stared at it for a moment before continuing. Oh gosh! I kissed down his neck, stopping to nibble on his collarbone. Then I ventured lower, semicolon, pressing open mouth kisses on the flawless pale skin.
I'm keeping a tally of correct semicolons, and there's only 2 so far.
Well, you know what? They're busy.
They're busy wanking.
They're busy wanking while they write this. I gently pushed him back onto the floor, laying him atop my good, expensive crop top leather jacket.
That I purchased with my nose.
I don't have one anymore. And then bit down softly on his hip bone as, oh god.
Oh god, I see it.
Yeah. as I wrapped my hand around his hard cock and pumped slowly. Toby's back arched slightly, and I smirked as I kissed my way over to the leaking member.
I have a proposal.
Yes.
What if I read every horrible thing in the Toby voice? You stop, and I read it in the Toby voice.
All right. Read the rest of this paragraph.
The rest of this I mean... yeah, okay, all that's pretty terrible. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, Ready?
Ready?
I'm not.
Ready, Sume?
All right.
God.
Licking the pre-cum from...
Couldn't make it 4 words in.
Oh, continue.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
This is gonna be a good one.
Licking the pre-cum from his tip. I cupped his balls in my other hand. Squeezing gently, causing Toby to moan just that little bit louder.
Oh.
Toby's hands came down, semicolon, brushing through my hair, and I engulfed him completely, hollowing out my cheek. Ew!
Oh, my God.
Hollowing out my cheeks to suck him to completion.
All right, we'll switch every paragraph.
I was just gonna, like, stop in the middle of a sentence and have me read the horrible thing, but, we could do that next time.
I feel like that would feel like dialogue, though.
I guess.
He moaned my name as he came, and I swallowed every last drop of the seed eagerly. I crawled back up his body and pressed a chast? I'm not good at the words. Kiss to his lips, and his dick was just in my mouth. It was gross.
It's salty.
His eyes were still closed, but a small, content smile tugged at his lips. I watched him as my hand lowered between his thighs.
Ow, I want to read this.
Okay. Oh, I see why.
I want to read. All right.
Go ahead.
His eyes snapped open as I pressed a finger into his puckered hole.
Please.
Sume, what?
Sounds so put out. He stopped with a slight wince when my finger was pushed completely into his entrance. I began moving my finger gently and was rewarded with quiet whimpers. I added another finger, but paused at his hiss of pain. After a moment, for him to adjust, I pumped my fingers slowly, scissoring them every so often before adding a third and increasing the speed. Nini's barking. Nini, shield your innocent ears.
Oh my God, I want to read this. Please.
Oh, I see it. Yeah,
I want to read it, the boy.
You go right ahead. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Are you gonna be able to keep it together as I read this?
Oh, I'm gonna try. I gotta sneeze. I'm gonna try.
All right, go ahead, sneeze.
I can't just sneeze on command.
Okay, fine, then don't sneeze. All right.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna have to mute you so I don't laugh mid-sentence.
The moans grew louder as I finger fucked him. Faster until he was begging for more.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is so good.
Oh my God. That's you.
What?
That's your line. Sue
Did I not read that?
Sue me, please.
I'm sorry.
Sume, please.
He moaned, and I groaned at the sound of my name coming from those delectable lips.
Delectable. Like pancakes.
The pancakey lips. He looked at me with his lust-filled baby eyes, and a shiver went through me.
His underage baby eyes.
Underage, pretty eyelashed baby eyes. He whimpered slightly as I pulled my fingers out and unzipped my trousers impatiently, and lined my painfully hard erection up with his twitching hole.
Twitching hole.
Twitching hole.
Oh God, okay, the word chocolate was not used how I feared.
I saw chocolate pools and I felt fright.
I felt a jolt of a real terror.
I looked up into those beautiful chocolate pools and entered him in one complete thrust at his small nod of permission.
I felt
shrieked
that.
like a child.
I I felt that. That
Ow.
hurt.
Ow. Toby
Ow,
was-
my rectum.
My rectum. My anus is torn.
My anus is bleeding.
Remember that video?
What?
You remember that video from like 2005?
Oh, I think so. Oh, God. Toby was biting his lips so hard that I was afraid he'd break the skin. I kissed him tenderly in apology. I'm sorry, Toby. I didn't want to hurt you.
Are you sure? Then why the fuck did you do
I
that?
was just really eager, Toby. I'm a leather boy.
Leather boy, Toby.
I murmured against his lips and then started to rain tiny kisses over his face. The smile that he gave made my heart skip a beat. That's the first time you said... Wait, is that you or is that me?
I think that's me.
That's you.
That's the first time you said my name.
He breathed. And I thought that said smelt for like 2 seconds.
Smelt him all over.
I smiled with him before leaning down for a slow, possessive kiss. After a moment for him to get used to the much bigger intrusion, I began rocking my hips gently.
Oh my god, I see the word fisted.
Well, you're gonna read that. His moans gave me encouragement that he was no longer in pain. So I pulled his legs farther apart and smirked at the delicious noises Toby began making as I picked up some speed.
You're gonna be all dirty.
Pretty soon, I was pounding into him as if my life depended on it, but being careful not to hurt him. This is your sentence?
I fisted his cock in my hand and began pumping in time with my thrusts as I felt my orgasm grow closer.
Please, Lord have mercy.
You doing all right?
The noises Toby was making and grew in volume as he came, and I grunted as his walls heightened around me.
No, vaginas do that. I don't think assholes do that.
I mean, if you sneeze,
I mean, okay.
squeezing my own
Oh!
orgasm from me. I hate it. I hate it.
Oh.
I moaned his name as my seed filled his passage.
Passage? That's a new one.
When the spasm ceased.
Spasms that I get sometimes.
Oh god, I was just freaking out. I accidentally punched him. I laid on my side, shivering slightly as my softening cock slipped from me. Softening cock. I pulled him to my chest and nuzzled his neck. I love you. I murmured again as my eyelids began to droop. I mean, he just went and now he's asleep.
I mean, that's what boys do.
That's what boys do.
How other boys do.
That's what leather boys do. That's how they be.
That's how they be.
I drifted off. I heard a very quiet,
I love you too.
my heart flipped at his confession, and I pulled Toby even closer to me. I fell asleep with Toby in my arms and a smile on my face.
And shit just all over my dick.
Just, God, it was disgusting. There was dirt in my crevices. My leather crop top expensive jacket ruined.
I'm gonna have to sell another body part.
Ruined by Toby's juices.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-mm. Alright, author's note. I had a few comments about the grammar, or lack thereof, and I would just like to point out that this is one of the fan fictions that I ever wrote, and I was quite young at the time. Is this me?
Wait, I have gone through, I hope, with all of the mistakes. You haven't.
Lied.
But if you do spot any, please let me know and be nice about it. I'm sorry, OP.
Very young at the time, and you wrote this, you pervert.
The last thing I need right now is someone complaining about one of my stories when all they need to do is press the back button and leave it at that. I'm sorry, this was just so much fun.
Thank you to everyone else who left such lovely reviews, and I hope you enjoyed the edited version.
Oh, I enjoyed the fuck out of it.
I sure did. That was a wonderful experience.
Oh, good.
Good. I laughed so hard I pooted.
You?
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, this is Kissing Storms
By, Kingdom Hearts person.
by Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
Tsume realizes that leaving Toby alone was a bad idea. Yoey.
Yoey!
Tsume/Toby.
I love me some Yoey.
separation from the pack was starting to take a toll on the pup. Lost and confused.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus, I'm not scrolling down.
Lost and confused, he kept his nose to the ground, trying to catch any hint of his friends. Nothing. Toby whimpered to himself. Where could they be, was all he could think. He never meant to get lost, just to show that he wasn't holding them back. So he ran off in search of food. The barren wasteland was worthless, nothing but bones and sand and more bones. Fear trickled down his spine when he returned to the meeting place. Everyone was gone. Only thing that was left was the bandage that Toby tied around Sume's arm.
I'm a Ouija.
Yeah.
Why did we leave again? He was getting food.
I hate it.
He got scolded, rubbing his stomach, attempting to ease the growling.
That's you.
It's better this way. He's just going to get in the way.
Sume growled, turning his head at the path they had just traveled.
The storm?
Thought to himself, he couldn't stand the foe of the pup being hurt. That's why he had to do this, to leave him behind.
There was a village nearby. He'll just go home, some human, everything will be fine.
That shouldn't matter. We need food.
He sounds
He got
so
whined
13.
again.
You know what? Fuck this. I'll go find food.
Sume got up and ran down the road they had come from.
I almost
Food
tossed
was-
my headphones off with my head, like, Z thing. You know?
Food wasn't his real reason for returning. He wanted to make sure the pup was safe. Then that would give him some peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
Peace!
A piece
Hours
of it.
passed, still no sign of him. Then he saw it, the tan tail sticking out of the overpass nearby. His heart skipped a beat as he ran to the forum, hoping he wasn't too late.
Toby! Toby! Toby!
Sume yelled frantically, reaching the entrance to the cave. The small pup slightly opened his eye, exhausted and tired. Those are synonyms.
Those are synonyms.
Sume ran to his side, picking up Toby's head and holding it close to him.
Toby, what happened? You were supposed to go to the village and just stay there, live happily. Don't need this.
He whined gently,
Gently.
kissing Toby's forehead. Toby whistled, gently licking Sume's cheek, tail. Such a disaster.
Oh no, what's a cheek tail?
What's a cheek tail? Toby whistled, gently licking Sume's cheek, tail thumping against the ground. Sume's heart began to race. That's why he couldn't stand the thought of the pup being hurt. He loved him and cared deeply for him that it drove him nuts. Nuts! Nuts! Oh, nuts! His embrace began to tighten. Why did you leave me, Sume? Do you hate me that much? Shifting back to his human spell, Toby sat up, hugging Sume tightly, inhaling his spices. His spicy scent.
Spicy, muy caliente.
Spicy.
Shut up!
Sume grabbed the pup's head, landing his kisses on his cracked lip. Why is this a
Everybody
theme?
with the chapped lips.
Why is this a theme?
Wolf's Rain, no chapstick.
No chapstick in the Wolf Rain verse.
Wolf verse.
In the Wolf verse.
God, I hate it.
Go.
That stupid pup had to go and exhaust himself.
Toby's body began to shiver next to Sume. Confusion dulled his senses. Sume's kisses began to get rougher against the pup as he pulled him onto his lap next to his growing erection.
Whoa, he's dying.
He's got a thing for that.
Boy, howdy. Okay.
Sume,
Do you trust me?
Sume growled,
Whoa.
tearing up shirt,
Jesus Christ, leather boy.
exposing his soft flesh, gently kissing his curves.
He's a very beautiful little man girl.
Okay.
Shivering, Toby nodded his head, blush rushing to his face as his stomach tightened. Smirking, Sume lowered Toby to the ground, throwing his leather
My
shirt
leather
onto the
shirt.
ground.
My leather crop top.
I saw my nose.
I saw my notes for that. It's like the 4th time we've made this joke.
Toby's eyes widened as he looked lower at Sume's erection bulging in his tight pants.
Leather
The
pants.
thought of
Tight leather pants. It's important to his character.
Bad Romance remix. Leather pants.
Leather pants.
he thought of Sume getting like that for him began his own erection.
Okay.
God.
Good words.
Sure. Good words.
Sume smiled, and the fragile boy beneath him, so innocent, so unknowing, and slowly Sume began undoing his pants,
Which is
releasing
pants?
the
Oh my god.
releasing the tension in his tight pants, his manhood pushing free.
Is that what we're calling it?
I guess.
Oh, you're gonna enjoy reading this.
Oh yeah, I saw this sentence.
Oh, good.
I prepared myself for this.
Oh.
I didn't prepare myself for anything else though.
Oh.
Blood immediately ran down to Toby's penis, enlarging it to its max, making the throb. He whined, needed to be released. Growing impatient, he pulled at his own pants, throwing them with Sume's shirt and Sume's pants moments later. Gently, Sume took Toby in his hands and began to pump the pup slowly
Don't
at first
call him
and grow
that.
fast.
Yeah.
As Toby began to reach his end, then right before he stopped teasing the pup. Sume gasped and moaned as Toby jumped.
Oh my Jesus Christ, Toby.
Whoa!
Boy, leave my leather boy alone.
Oh, you need to ease into that, buddy.
Oh, buddy. He's
Toby
weird.
jumped, consuming,
leapt up with frightening
Leapt.
speed.
Like a predator.
consuming most of Sume's manhood. The boy's mouth was hot, and boy, did it feel good.
Is this hitting a little too close to home for you?
Oh my god.
You know somebody that talks like this?
It's me.
That's true. Okay.
Never in his life had he thought he'd feel this kind of pleasure. Gently, Toby slid him in and out of his mouth, gently sucking on the head.
Watch it, pup.
Sume bit back as Toby began playing with his balls, gently stroking the line that divided the two.
What?
Why? Toby smiled, Sume's penis still hanging in his mouth. Ugh.
Toby.
Toby!
Toby, please.
Did he say that on a mouthful of cock?
You're like, war.
What?
Oh,
Let me like shove something in my mouth really quick.
full of fat.
Oh, yeah.
I get these authentic good voice acting in here.
I think I'm doing pretty well.
I think we are doing pretty good.
I'm doing all the work.
I did last time.
That's true.
Roughly, Sume slung Toby over, forcing him on his hands and knees, and sticking his index finger in his mouth and ramming it in Toby.
Oh, this is why.
He slowly began rubbing Toby, finding the spot that made him shout out to the moon, a low howl in his throat.
His friends
More,
are like,
Toby.
what is that?
Yeah, what? It's like a guttural, like, shriek.
Is that Toby?
He's gone. He's dead. Something got him.
He's been killed.
More, Toby cried out. Come on, Sume.
Oh.
That was all the motivation he needed. Pulling his hand out, he spat in his hand,
Oh,
rubbing the... Ew.
Christ. Oh gosh, that's nasty.
Oh, it sure is.
Oh.
Rubbing the liquid over his manhood, soaking it to its core. I don't think that's how skin
It's
works.
very moist.
It's very moist.
Oh.
Roughly, he rammed himself into Toby, not stopping to let him adjust,
God.
so that he hit Toby's...
Special spot.
This is written by a 12-year-old.
This is
Toby's-
written by a 12-year-old.
Toby's special spot. Toby yelled in pleasure as he grabbed his own manhood,
They
pumping
said
it in
penis earlier. What's the problem now?
his penis.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Enlarging
Troll.
to its max.
Are you sure that was penis?
Yes.
Go check.
Blood immediately ran down to Toby's penis, enlarging it to its max.
Wow. Okay, sure.
It's several paragraphs up.
All right. I didn't want to lose my place. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep the professionalism.
I'm just saying they keep saying manhood a lot.
Just say cock.
They're scared. They said it earlier, and now they're scared.
Now they're like, oh, I can't do that again.
I can't. That was dirty.
That was dirty. I'm a dirty bird.
I'm a dirty boy.
I'm a dirty leather boy.
Dirty leather boy. You sound like Sonic the Hedgehog.
What?
That's what he sounds like.
This is how Sonic the Hedgehog sounds?
Yes.
Chili dogs.
Like the old Sonic sounds like that. New Sonic's like, yeah, chili dogs. Blah. But the old Sonic was like, hello everybody, I'm Tails. Don't do drugs.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. Beans.
Okay. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Toby yelled in pleasure as he grabbed his own manhood, pumping it in the same rhythm as Sume's ramming. Closer and closer he grew to his climax, his heart racing as Sume moaned out in pleasure.
Oh, God. No, it's longer pot. I added those for effect. I think they were good and authentic.
Sume bit out, leaning forward, nibbling on Toby's back.
Biting off chunks. Oh
Toby...
no, you got some goods to read.
I do?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Toby began pumping himself faster as his his milky seed fell onto the floor, making muscle.
They spelled mussels wrong. They spelled it like the seafood.
There was like 100 oysters in there.
Oh, God, that's horrific. I want fan art of that.
I want somebody, please, in the future.
Somebody please draw that for me. I need it.
Come on.
I'll trade you pictures of my feet.
Yeah.
Spilled onto the floor, making his muscles tight against Sume, sending him off the edge. He felt Sume's seed fill into him, warming his insides as the older wolf slowed to a stop, breathing heavily. Toppling over onto the ground, the duo lay there trying to catch their breath. The storm began raging outside, lightning slapping the ground just outside the overpass.
Okay, hang on. I'll let you rest until the storm is over. Then you're mine.
Then you are mine.
That was very growly. That hurt my throat.
Sume pulled Toby closer, nibbling his neck and hugging him tightly. Toby just smiled, hoping for the storm to end.
Oh, God Christ.
It's horrific.
Again, if I don't get reviews, there will be no stories. PM me, what would you like the story to be? Doesn't have to be Wolf Rain. Bye for now.
I want a story about the mussels that are living in Toby's testicles.
Thought they were in his booty.